never a choice when somebody needs you.
Welcome to episode 1. I'm totally gonna start the episode with this cool sequence.
Just a hero.
Because I fucking love this kind of like Twin Peaks style opening from the guy who swears he never saw Twin Peaks.
Always a voice.
Forgot about that.
A crying.
What's a Twin Peaks?
An echo of pain.
Maybe it aired under a different name in Japan. Sort of like Golden Bat and how it had 50 different names.
I was gonna say it always, like, the way he said that, like, what's a Twin Peaks always struck me with that level of insincerity.
What's
like,
a shot?
Yeah, like from the Simpsons. What's a murder? What's a murder? Ah, Fat Tony. Oh no, it's the Netflix children's working show. Oh my god! Also, I love how they faded in the trumpet over the ass. Yeah. Right to hell!
I hope this game is true.
I don't know, I kinda want more.
Maybe they'll at least be interesting.
I do know that they patched this game so that the frame rate is slightly better than 12 frames a second. Ooh, but except when you're talking to people. They slowed that down. Which is what we want. Oh god, did you ever see the comments on the first ever gameplay trailer they did for this?
No.
It was great because someone's like, oh my god, you can count the frames per second on your hand. It's perfect. Another guy was like, the dialogue is stilted, poorly written, and just plain awful. Great. And it was all comments of that nature where it's like, this looks fucking terrible. I can't wait.
Oh man, so
that's what people fucking wanted from this game.
So one of the games I've been playing recently is called Star Sector. Right?
Yeah.
I have to bike home. Fuck.
My butt.
So one of the games I've been playing recently is Star Sector. And because it's an indie game...
Can you hear me, Zach?
And because it's like sort of an early access and like it has a very active modding community and shit.
I have to select.
One of the lead creators
there you are, Zach.
Has a Twitter that functions as its main PR wing. And he just talks about shit in the programming sometimes. And one interesting thing that he talked about the other day was
rise and shine.
How they actually set up a lot of the loading time to happen during big menu sequences.
Yeah.
So, like, if you go to a bar and there's a whole bunch of dialogue, that dialogue just gets printed out over a paused game. Like, the game is still paused in the background, and then there's an image of the bar, and then there's all the text.
Right.
And that's when they do all the loading. Because if it falls to, like, 4 frames a second, no one's going to notice over a static image.
Yeah, I mean, that's a smart way to do it.
Right? I thought that was exceptionally clever. That way they don't like, they're still trying to optimize, but if they can't optimize to the point that they'd like, no one will ever notice.
2005 summer. What a, oh my god, Star Wars Episode 3 wasn't even out yet.
I was in, I think, 9th grade?
Yeah, we would have been around there.
Fuck. I don't remember anything from, like...
Zach, it looks like she wants us to join her for
middle
breakfast.
School and high school.
Perhaps this town's finally starting to warm up to us.
Here, I brought you a present. It is a worm. It's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
Look at that, Zach. She's welcoming us with open arms. She's even willing to share that tasty morsel with us. What an honor.
Thank you, Bird.
Hurry up and chow down, mister. Unless you like your breakfast stale.
Is he eating a lobster for breakfast?
What an amazing
Louisiana,
place. I've been on top of the moon since the moment I got here.
That looks
And
like
the
a really
name
good
of this
breakfast.
wonderful town,
Yeah.
Macare. Sounds like French to me, but what does it mean?
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting.
I'm the chef.
Skips the
Dave.
cutscene.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna not touch it.
Oh
If you
god,
wanna
the
know
dialogue
about
is super
town,
stilted.
You'd better ask the concierge.
Yeah, that's why I keep thinking I have
Only
to push
amateur
A.
chefs flap their gums about stuff that ain't food related.
So why do they call the town Lucari? I'm the chef, David.
Jawara.
Did you hear that, Zach? He's a true professional.
You say something, mister?
No, not to you. I was just talking to Zach.
Zach?
Please don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter.
If you say so, still. Never thought the FBI would ever come out to a little old town like ours.
I do work for the FBI, but I didn't come here for an investigation. I just happened to stop by on my way to New Orleans.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Never thought there'd be a murder out here either. And it was a 16-year-old kid. Now I tell you, this country seems better.
Yeah, look at those axes on the wall.
And all the guns.
Zach,
Yeah,
he's
great.
definitely a professional, but it seems like he's also a bit
That's a
lonesome.
big ass palm tree.
That's
though.
good.
Bug.
Ambivalence exists everywhere.
Folks say the killer used an
4 axes, 3 rifles,
hell of an
a
old-fashioned
bush.
choice if you ask me.
I don't know why, but the color of the wall and just a
Actually, Chef
photograph
David,
of
if
a
you don't
plant
mind,
like that reminds me of Paper
I'd like
Mario.
to ask you a few questions about the
I
incident.
don't know why, but okay.
Well, shoot. I
No,
ain't
just 'cause,
the one
like, it's like a
that
very,
asked
like,
Mr. FBI.
Flat wall with a black
I only heard
void
what
for
I
the
heard.
roof, and then it's just like a
Seen
picture
it
of something
fixing
nonsense to
real,
break up the
I can
wall.
tell you what I know.
Yeah.
Please do. I appreciate it.
Alright. So,
You said the
let's get our
victim was a
information.
16-year-old. Did you know her?
Well, sure.
Okay, now
I
it's
reckon the whole town did.
Okay, fair
Meaning?
enough. Small town, everyone knows everyone.
She's Lise Clarkson, the little grandbaby of the Clarkson family.
The Clarkson
Nah, she's just
family?
important.
That's right.
Yes, right.
You ain't seen they sign on your way in here? The one above that huge cold storage complex.
Oh, fuck.
Should have had a dragonfly on it.
Her family owned the complex that her body was in?
That's
Well, yeah, it was the Clarkson cold storage. Yeah.
They own most of the land around here, from the sugar plantations right down to the food processing plant.
I'm sure we can all guess where this industry started.
Yeah, I reckon they got a stake in just about everything. They even own the water tower on the edge of town, you know. They're the ones who built up this town, and they still support it.
I wonder if there's still places in America even where like one family genuinely does own all the shit.
Oh, there are.
What
Oh,
do you know
fuck,
about
I
the
remember
Clarkson's
reading
house?
Now, I ain't got nothing bad to
posts
say.
quite a while ago
But I'm
about
gonna
this
talk
guy
straight to you.
who owned a hardware store
Yeah, that place.
in
That
a
family
town
ain't
where
just
this one
some
family
gang.
owned basically everything.
They're a whole different
And
kind.
the family basically
folks
pressured
real
municipal council into
Bringing
enforcing some
good
bylaw, which basically
boys
meant
who
that he couldn't
shaped
have
America in the early days.
he couldn't store things
Especially
outside.
the head of the family.
And
P.J.
he basically
Clarkson.
said, like, look, I
He's
have to
the
be able
kind
to
of
do this in order to
monster
run my
who goes
business.
around
If you
eating
don't do it,
monsters.
I'm just going to move to the next town over.
And I'm sure he was on
And
edge now with
they
his
called him.
granddaughter
They called
getting
him
murdered.
on what they hoped was a bluff, and he just sold the store,
So don't
moved to the
go
next town
barging
over,
in with that shiny
and
FBI badge of yours.
they were
and
like
think
an
you'll be
hour
safe.
drive away from a major city,
Things are different.
which
down
meant
here.
that they were the
So
only
you plan
hardware
on sticking
store.
around?
So
That's
over the
me.
course of the next decade or so,
I
the
see.
entire town basically
Keep that
picked
in
up and
mind.
moved, which made everything that family owned worthless.
I mean, that's what you get.
Is the local law enforcement investigating the
Well,
case?
why did they do that bylaw in the first place? Was there ever like did the guy ever figure a reason they were trying to do that, or were they just being assholes?
It was like a town beautification thing. They didn't want like
Shoot, mister, what
tons
you
of
think?
like hardware store shit just being out.
Now, I told you this ain't no city.
It was
We in
like
the bonafide
he had a
boom
fenced-in
down
yard where he
They
kept
got
a
to
whole
know
bunch
how
of
to break
like
up
equipment,
fights and keep folks from killing each other.
and they got mad about it. And he's like, "Well, I can't afford to store it anywhere else, so
They
it's
sit
here
down
or
and
I
talk
move."
it out with you heart to heart.
Then he just
And
moved.
when that don't work, they just beat your ass. That's the deep south for you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the...
This murder ain't like that, though.
You have no idea, 2005 man.
Yep.
A little kid got killed. A weird way. Like something on a TV show.
Oh,
The
fuck.
sheriff
I
department
remember
ain't
another
never seen
post
nothing like
where this guy was talking about how his great uncle or something used to be a sheriff.
Mhm.
And basically there was this...
Live and let die, Angel Heart,
There was this pedophile
Pelican
who lived
Roof.
in the town.
right?
Who was like strongly
9 out of 10
suspected
people
to
will name
have,
those titles when you ask them to think of a
basically
film
raped
set in New
children.
Orleans.
Oof.
They're all excellent movies, but to me they lack realism.
So the town basically
Due to
got
my line of
together
work, I
and
have a tendency to think
collectively
deeply
murdered
about what
him
feels real and what doesn't.
and left him in a cornfield.
What's your point?
And like
Cat
the
people.
day after,
That's
the
my
sheriff
point.
called everyone
Cat
together
People,
and was
1982,
like,
directed
"Okay,
by Paul
we
Schrader.
need to talk about this town's littering problem.
The crowning achievement
You're
of
not allowed
Ustashi
to just
Kinski,
dump your
ultimately
garbage in the
raised.
cornfield. You have to take it up into the
final
mountains
element of
and
that
bury it
movie
a
is
good
the
8
reality
feet
it
deep.
depicts.
Otherwise, the frost is just gonna bring it back up."
Leopards who turn into humans have intercourse with humans and turn back into leopards. Then they can only turn back into humans again if they mutilate their lovers. I was awestruck by the sheer reality of it.
I was
Talking about a shitty movie.
Oh, okay.
Understand?
I wasn't paying
I'm
attention.
talking about hyper-realism. After watching it, I felt like I just
He's talking about
had
a
to
shitty movie
experience
about
the
New
world of
Orleans
cat
called
people for
Cat
myself.
People.
Oh, God. Is this a real
That's why I
movie, or
decided
is
to
this
visit New
something he's making up?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up.
Okay.
Another
That's the
element
proper
of cat
response.
people is the presence of Malcolm McDowell.
Oh no.
Malcolm McDowell from Blue Thunder. Talk about a
Okay, look up
masterpiece.
Malcolm McDowell, Cat People.
Listen carefully, David.
McDowell, cat people.
I wonder if this is real.
It's a real movie.
Oh!
1982.
Only an
It
amateur
grossed
would call
$21
A Clockwork
million.
Orange his best movie.
We should download it.
No, we shouldn't. Apparently, it was a remake
Best movies.
based
Oh,
loosely
good.
on the original Cat People from 1942. So it was the 40th anniversary edition.
Period. You need to remember this because it's the truth.
Cameron. This alone could be a great screen grab.
Whatever you say.
61% on Rotten Tomatoes.
So, what's your point again?
Weighted average of
Never mind, don't worry about
or 6.18.
I already covered all the important parts. When you say it was like something from a TV show,
Roger
what
Ebert
exactly
gave
do
it
you mean?
3.5 out of 4 stars. Cat People
Really?
is a good movie in an old tradition. A fantasy horror film that
Hey,
takes itself
listen.
just seriously enough to
Why
work.
do you look so
Has
excited?
just enough fun to be entertaining,
Like a
contains
kid
enough
asking
elements of
grandma
interesting
to read him a
fascination,
fairy tale.
and its magnificent black
I
leopard.
just can't seem to
ends
keep
in
myself
one way
away
where-
from young women who
and ends
died
in one way
bizarre
when
ways.
we were afraid it was going to end in another.
Well, I ain't seen it with my own eyes. But folks say they
Wow,
found
I'm
the
actually
body
shocked
hanging
considering
in
this is the guy who was wrong about video games.
Wait, what?
Roger Ebert.
Oh yeah, video games can't be art.
Under that
Eventually he
bridge,
did turn around on that
There
though.
was some
And all
Is that before or after he got cancer?
I don't know.
like something they use in black
Is Roger
magic.
Ebert dead?
Some horror.
I don't think so. That's the weird part. I think he has like a tracheectomy hole though.
voodoo?
Nah.
Oh, I was wrong. It
Nothing like that.
grossed 7 million
Just a
total.
weird altar.
That's all?
Oh, and the body was all cut up in pieces.
Theme song was
Scattered
by
around the
David
altar
Bowie.
like.
Ah.
So she was
Now I
sacrificed.
do want to see it.
Yeah? Yeah?
That's what the fella who
To be honest, it's sounding better the more you're reading off Wikipedia.
Bingo, Zach. This case has got our names all over it.
Okay, so the budget was
By the way,
12.5
Mr.
million,
FBI,
and it made
I
21
ain't seen
million. The
the
7 million was just domestic, I guess.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
How'd you get all the way out here, huh?
Yeah, 7 million US box office.
Don't tell me you walked.
But yeah,
That's a very
apparently
good
it's a
question.
legitimately good movie.
Oh, you're gonna want to see this. This is York's explanation about why he doesn't currently have a car. Oh, look, he has a scar.
Yeah, but it's not like the big line that it is in the future.
Kind of is.
No, but like, he had a big fucking line across his face
Chef
as
David,
opposed to just
you've got a
like,
sharp eye.
thing on his
Eyebrow.
hair.
Well, I mean, it's also through his eyebrow if you look.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
It's true that
So
I didn't park
evidently
my
he got
car in
cut
your
there
parking
again.
lot.
Mhm.
Do you know why?
Okay.
Can't say I do.
Park somewhere else.
Because it was stolen.
Huh? But you with the FBI, right?
Can't have
Even
shit in
FBI
Detroit.
cars can be stolen.
Not a thing.
It could happen after you park your car on the side of the road and go off to do some legwork. When you're eating lunch, when you're watching a movie, when you're asleep at night.
Or in York's case, all
You're buying
four.
cigarettes at the local supermarket. Your car can be stolen anywhere. That's precisely what it means to be an FBI agent. In my case, my car was stolen while I was on my way down. But no need to worry.
What does
I
that
already
have to do with
reported it to the
anything?
local authorities. And I've also already acquired another mode of transportation.
Yeah, unless you're prepared to have your car
Another
stolen,
mode?
you can't be in the FBI.
Want to hear the details?
Not really.
In a fucking walk.
But I'll listen if you want me to.
Then please do.
That or
After I finished my work in Houston, I flew to New Orleans. Then, I rented a
Of course,
car.
he got his car stolen at.
Whenever I visit the West Coast, I always rent a convertible, especially in California. But now I'm in hot and sticky Louisiana, so I decided on a brand new hybrid car with a fully
Oh no,
equipped
not a
air
hybrid
conditioning
car in
system.
2005.
A hybrid car.
Oh yes, they're marvelous.
What the fuck's a hazard?
Vehicles that utterly defy everything you think you know about cars. Now, in the year 2005, it feels like we've finally entered the 21st century.
In this,
Stomp down
the
on the
year
gas all you want.
2005,
Engine won't
which
make
it
a
is right now.
It's the year 2005. The Matrix franchise has yet to be ruined. And futures are bright.
It's silent?
Oh, they
Shrek has only had one movie.
they've changed hybrid cars now.
first,
so
I
that
felt
they
like
have
the landscape was
basically a
moving
speaker
past
that
me on
makes
its
the
own.
car sound,
Give it a
so
few
that
more
deaf,
years,
so that
sure,
blind
we'll
people
start
don't
seeing
get hit
cars
by
that
them.
run purely
All right,
on
fair enough.
electricity.
Yeah.
Who knows? In a decade or so, electric sports cars may end up lining the parking lots of Silicon Valley. I
No.
can see it now. It's the world of The Last Starfighter, 1984, directed by Nick Castle. It's famous for being the first film to utilize realistic
Oh, you just
CG,
keep going on
but
about
I
movies.
couldn't
That's
care less.
York.
See,
Yeah, that's true.
I was mesmerized by the beautifully refined mech designs. It even made me wish that I could be one of them myself, especially the Gunstar spacecraft. No other sci-fi movie has ever had.
So, yeah, where'd your hybrid car get stolen?
Sorry, I got off topic. I noticed it was missing after I finished my lunch and walked out of the
Did you
diner.
notice his coffee just pop out of existence there for a second?
Incidentally,
Yeah.
this diner was
I think it's
located at the
technically
entrance
tea.
to a small town just south
nice.
off the I-10. I went out to get back in it, but my hybrid car was nowhere to be found. I remembered exactly where I'd parked it, right between a blue pickup truck and a hedgerow. But when I came back from lunch, it had completely vanished. In short, someone stole it, and in its place, they left me this.
What?
Skateboard.
A skateboard?
Yes.
It's the ultimate
While I
electric
was sliding my
vehicle.
lunch into my
Or the
stomach,
ultimate non-gassy.
someone was busy replacing my brand new hybrid car with a wooden board attached to 4 wheels. Remarkable, don't you think?
Behold a man.
Oh my
How
god.
did you get here?
It's not a
By
biped. It's
riding
a
the
quadruped.
skateboard, obviously. Why do you look so surprised? No, I couldn't
Yeah, I
ride
rode
the
the
board very
skateboard all
well
the way
at
from
first.
995.
But by the time I hit the 3-mile mark, I'd more or less gotten the hang of it.
Jesus
By the
Christ,
10-mile
you-
mark, I'd even learned to do a few tricks. It was a journey of self-discovery. Not even I knew I had this
game is
latent talent
great.
sleeping inside.
I just love the mental image of York skateboarding into the FBI offices.
Guys, you'll never believe what happened. Your car got
This
stolen. I learned how to
summer's
do an
gonna
ollie.
be another hot one. It's
Look,
supposed to
guys,
get over
guys, are you looking?
5 today. Watch out, you don't go getting heat stroke.
Felice Clarkson case news.
95 degrees Fahrenheit. Jesus Christ.
Don't you think so, Zach? The cat people are what guided us to New Orleans.
How do people live
We
in
should
the
be
United
thanking
States?
Malcolm
I don't
McDowell.
know.
Once we get home,
I mean,
let's
that's a
watch
very
fun.
literal question. How do people live in the United States? Deadliest place on earth, really.
Well, right
looking
now it's
forward
because
to
they're not allowed to leave.
Aren't you, Zach?
Yeah, that's not stopping them.
Yeah, they keep.
That's
coming
the
up
problem.
Zach.
Yep. Yeah, the Americans keep illegally hopping the
Seriously.
border into Canada.
I was saying this as a joke earlier, but I was like, this virus is going to
There was a
persist
fabulous
into the
breakfast.
future because
You're the
America's
world's
fucking
greatest
breeding
chef.
it.
Yep.
That looks so good.
So is that
You got,
like
like-
an omelet?
Yeah, I'm
an
guessing
entire
that's-
lobster.
An omelet, a bun. I don't know what those... I'm assuming those are some sort of vegetable. Maybe a plantain? That would make sense. A lobster and a bowl of rice.
I think it might be okra,
wait,
but I've
mister.
never actually had okra.
I mean, that looks like okra. I mean, I only know okra from the picture on cans, but I assume that's what it looks like.
Well, the tea was
And
to
what
die
looks to be a
for,
small bowl of rice.
but I'd prefer coffee next time. What would a morning be without coffee?
Oh,
Afternoon.
York. Yeah, they all just bleed together.
Especially doing this job, you kind of forget what day it is.
Oh no, I keep a, so it turns out, I'm actually, like, dead center between 4 friends of mine who I hadn't seen, because I lived on the mountain and they lived down here.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's just been like a fucking sitcom with people popping in through my back door all the fucking time.
Oh fuck, I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna bike my ass all the way across the city and just walk into your door and be like, hey Jerry, you'll never guess what I found.
Jared, you gotta help me. They turned on the chicken sign and now I can't sleep. Look at... Sir? Sir?
Oh,
look at him
those
trying not
shitty-
to look at me.
Look at those shitty frosted tips. This really is 2005.
Oh, it's horrible. Oh, it's horrible. Ooh, breakfast pizza. Give me some of that.
Never a choice when somebody needs you.